Like it says, and just check in and say hi. You know, my wind chimes. I had to cut this bottom one down, right? This is part of it. I love hummingbirds. I need to stick that somewhere. I might go through my window. Oh my god. Just being in there is so hot. You know, I got the AC going, and this is blowing hot air. Shit. I only came in to say hi, people. I'm alive. I'm still alive. Mm-mm. Yeah. So, just wanting to say hi. Hope you're all doing good today. Hopefully, you're keeping out of the heat. I see a guy working outside on the high school across the street, and he's power washing. This was 2 hours ago, which is like 2 o'clock, I guess, in Jersey time. Power washing. We're in the pants. One of those fucking things on your head. What I had on top of it, and all this and that. How could you be outside power washing on a day like today? Hey, Doug. Thank you for coming. I only came in to say hi. I wasn't paying attention to your channel, but you know what? Hope you had a good trip and whatever you had to do. You know. Well, I learned a lot of things about myself, my body, this and that. You know, I can always do everything like I used to. I'm not a kid no more. My mind, yes. My body, no. Yeah. Well, I have to wait at least a month to see more doctors because, well, I mean, New Jersey keeps screwing up my insurance. This is what so makes me so mad. I had a last year. I had a, or let's just say, early spring of last year. I had to postpone my doctor appointments because I found out that I went to a attending doctor and he said I was supposed to have two and I barely had one. All right, that's a year ago. Now, I don't know, a few months ago, maybe a month ago, getting all stupid. I want to dance, thinking I'm a 25-year-old. So I danced. I made a stupid out of myself, but you know what? It's me. So go back to my mother's and we go see the doctors. Had to see this doctor, that doctor, a bunch of doctors that I can't even explain up. All right. So now I find out recently now that I can see, or let me go back to the like of my foot. Even though when I went to the ankle doctor, he said, "Oh, you did break, one of the bones in your foot." It's like you take your foot, it's in the bone. I know what's wrong with my body, and okay, that was in. I told about this story before. So I broke a bone, oh, sure. Let's just say it's your foot, not the pinky one. Just like this right here on your right foot, right in here, I broke or fractured. Okay, but since I've been wearing the thing after I saw him, wearing the thing for 2 weeks or whatever, 2 3 weeks, and then since I got home, I'm still. I still got my feet going. I got my shoes. I'm just being careful where I step because I can't step too far because of my back. All right, let's go back to the back situation. So now, because Trump and everybody else keeps changing the insurance. 1 year I had Medicaid, the next year I had Medicare. Year after that I had Medicaid and Medicare. Now I don't even know what the hell I have. But they don't support the doctor I was supposed to see because they have to give you 2 procedures. Got one, I had to postpone it. I talked to him, I saw the guy, we talked. Turns out my insurance doesn't cover for the next procedure. Now I have a scheduled appointment to see this lady. Start all over again. I guess I have to go do the 2 procedures because insurance wants you to do that to make sure you need the surgery. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. Yeah, hi, Nick. I hope you're doing well. Just tell my story. Just saying hi. Well, I'm just saying, talking Nick. Okay, hi. Yeah, just telling a little story. I don't want to be on here long, but it's nice that you guys came in. I'll probably either go back to bed, lay in my back, or I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yesterday was awful. Like I said before, I have good days and bad days. See, I'm on YouTube. I'm not on StreamYard. I didn't know if you guys were gonna come up. I went on StreamYard, but that's too late. So, hey, if anyone of you want to come up, it's on you. I'm just here to say hi and thank you all for coming. I don't know, Nikki. My mom does all this stuff. You know her. So, but you're in Pennsylvania. I'm in Jersey. Everything's all screwed up, but you know what? I just have to twiddle my thumbs and wait to see the doctors. What a mess. Anyway, I hope there's a major storm coming in to wash everything away. But it's not the heat; it's the humidity that kills everything. And God bless their souls. See, I don't have TV. I see everything on my cell phone. My cell phone is everything to me. So I've seen something happen of flooding this and that, and it just it comes down in certain areas. You cannot predict crazy flooding thunderstorms. This is a time of year. And please, I don't have TV like I said. Let's all please pray for Texas and everyone else is having a flooding issue or whatever's going on. Like I said, I don't have TV. Oh, pardon me. See, I ain't got one of these stupid things. Well, it's not actually stupid. It's great. See, look. You press the button. The fan goes on. Look. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Oh, you gotta get one of these. I don't know if you know about, I'm done with that TMU, whatever place, I guess, little stuff. Done with that place. They charge you more for shipping. So I got this on TikTok. I'm always trying to find a bargain or find something that will work for me. See, it's sticking. But you know what? This feels better than that. Or I'm not gonna show you. My old fan that I take around with me. Anyway, but all you gotta do is just turn it off. Click, click. It's great to get around with. Oh, I to tell you, if you're gonna get one of these, it's very hard to put that thing in there if you have like microscopic eyesight. Yeah, put that there. Oh, I want to show you guys. Did I show you guys something? I love gadgets. Before I go, I love gadgets. This thing, it's a digital magnifying glass. Digital. I don't know if you're gonna. Let's try this if I can do it. Okay. Welcome. It's digital. So you have that side, but then you see it from here. I don't know if you can see my hairs from camera to camera. Just gotta focus here and focus there. It's pretty cool. Got it on TikTok. Goodbye. All right. Well, I don't want to keep doing all this. I'm in pain. Thank you all for watching. Yeah, well, it's on TikTok. Nick is on TikTok. Look it up. Or just type it up. You have a cell phone, just say, I need a digital magnifying glass. Maybe it would help. It does you think. But it goes really close. I haven't used much yet, so I can't tell you to get it if it doesn't work what you want to do. Like, I love gadgets. If it's cheap enough, And I get a bargain on it, I'll buy it. Just like this thing. What do they call that? A megaphone? It works just like the real thing. Just like the real thing. I can record something on it, but I already recorded something on it. And I'm not taking it out. And it plays music. And then, then you got echo when we talk. Hello. 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 All right, I'm going to go. I really appreciate all you watching. So I'm just going to chill out here for a while. Hopefully I don't have to go back to bed and but I'm really starting to hurt. So I'm just gonna watch my stuff, With my connection, I don't have TV. I pay for my internet. And you know what? I get HBO Max with my internet with the same price. Just started doing that a year ago, or maybe two, I don't know. So I'm gonna go back to watching whatever. It's on my mind. I'm thinking Sopranos again. I got back into the season of Sopranos. That Tulsa. You ever see Sylvester Stallone Tulsa? Oh my god! I cannot wait for the third season. Got me thinking to go back to watch Sopranos. And here's the thing: if you go to, oh my god, if you go to Sopranos, right, and the theme song comes in, all those sceneries, I've been there. At the time when it was out, I used to work for Stanley Steamer Carpet Cleaners. I got the magnet. I got a bunch of magnets. You can't get this. Well, it's the wrong. You can't get. Well, there it is. Magnets. I'm not gonna put the number, but if you call it, it ain't gonna happen. Oof. Yeah, see, I go from one story to another story, even though I wanted to go. But you know what? Give me a minute. Let me tell a story about Stanley Steamer Carpet Cleaners. All right, I'll tell a little story before I go. All right. This was, I think I started working there around 1997, maybe 7. Either 6 or 7. We clean carpets. Here's the thing about that. They're in Ohio. Columbus, Ohio is where corporate was back when I was working there. And they did their own things. They even patent. When you have the wand. What a wand is that metal pipe that they suck and this and that. That's a wand. That's what they call that. And they have I think it's 6. Yes, 6. They patented 6 jets on their wand. So no one else have a 6 jet. A jet is the steam coming out those little things. You can see if carpet company has 4, 8, or 5, whatever, but they patented 6. Okay. So before I quit, they were in the process of doing air duct cleaning, polishing floors with a machine. They were trying to mix all that up. Well, back in the 1996, 7, they were in the process of doing it. Now, I see the commercials today. You all see the commercials today. How they do duct cleaning, the gutters, everything. But it wasn't for me back then. See, you work on commission. It was a lot of hard work, very hard work, and you work on commission. I got to the point where this is not a future for me, and then I just walked out. Because here's the problem that they ran. We were because Jersey branch were the strongest of all. But they threw an idiot, a son, from somebody in corporate to run the company within mid time I was working there. This guy didn't know jack shit. And then one request, because every time I do this, is not no. He was an idiot. He just he's a little guy coming with a rich family, doesn't know how to fucking run a fucking lawn. And I said, there ain't no future for me here. Go fuck off. I walked out. Didn't say those words, but I walked out. See, that's when I walked out. Yeah, I walked out in 2000. Because when I walked out looking for another job is when I found out my father died. So think about it. 25 years ago now. For last May. My father died in Memorial Weekend 25 years ago. Anyway, that's my story. And I'm sticking to it because that's me, baby. I don't know too much about what they're talking about, coal miners, this and that. Don't even get me started. You know how it happened, Nick? You know what happened with Route 80 with the freaking coal miners? Finally, they got the rain. All this time, Route 80's back on track. You know what? Where I live, every goddamn day, going into Pennsylvania. Every day, there's a major accident on Route 80. Route 80 is a death driving place. You have to work, go back and forth on Route 80. Please be safe. You have to go to work on Route 80, back and forth. Please be safe. It's just a wreck every day. I see it. I do it. It's on my Facebook pages, everywhere else. I get notifications. That's why my cell phone is my lifeline. I get everything through this. When I used to go to work on 27 at night, 10 o'clock at night, like 6 years ago. Before that, like I said, I can write a book about what I've seen on the highway. And I told you, my mom's protege. I know it's called protege. No. No. It starts with M. The car protege. It was a hand-me-down, but you know what? That car saved my life because there was... You ever see those trucks that pull cars on the back. Well, I'm going 80 miles an hour. The guy is not supposed to be in the high lane. He shifts in the high lane. And this is like 10:30 at night. He shifts in the high lane. That car saved my life. I jammed on my brakes. I didn't swerve. I don't do it. It just stayed still. It stayed, what do you call that? Suspension. The car was almost 10 years old or whatever it was. And their suspension was Mazda. That's it. Mazda. The suspension in that car was beautiful. He didn't go this way. I was going 80, jumped right in front of me. I jammed my brakes. I stepped off and I started rolling. But that was a different car. I mean, in the guardrail, all over the street. Thank God that car saved my life. Hey, told another story. Okay, here's another little story. I shouldn't tell this one, but all right. I was running late for work, right? So I'm doing like freaking 90, whatever, in that little car. And I knew, I always said, fuck it, I don't want to be late for work. I'm going. And I'm doing, I don't know what I was doing, but around that time. And then swerving car. And I knew I was going to do it if I saw a cop behind me or not, right? This is crazy. It's going to get crazy in the end. So I see the lights. I look in my rearview mirror. I move over real quick. When I saw the lights, I went duck car, shoot all the way to the side of the road and jam on my brakes. And I guess the cop found me as fast. Jammed on my brakes because my exit was coming up and I didn't want to miss my exit. It's like, fuck this. Zoom. Cop comes into me and like, on the right side because it's the highway. And I was being honest. This is where you gotta be honest with people, with police officers. But I mean, no. Let me be saying one thing. One of my pet peeves: don't drink and drive. I had to put that out there. Just came to me. Do not drink and drive. Okay. So he says to me, when you did this and you almost cut this, you did cut this guy off. And I said, I know. I'm waiting for work. He goes, and that's all. And he had the registration, blah, blah. Well, my registration's in there. If I can find it, gave him my license to go back to the car. Because when you get pulled over, put your two hands on the wheel. The first thing to do in your mind when you get pulled over, when you have a complete stop, 10 and 2. That way the cop can see you. If you don't have that, cop doesn't know what you're doing. That's what I did. Like I said, when it came into me, it comes back wild. I didn't know that it was like a ticket from going to the grocery store. Gave me a ticket. He said, I'm going to let you go this time. Be careful out there. Not even a ticket. Not speeding ticket. Not reckless driving. Nothing. I was blown away. Maybe he was impressed how I drove. I don't know. For someone to do that, cut people off, I guess I was lucky. Maybe he was impressed how I drive. Yeah. Back in the day, dirt track racing. And driving on that. Oh, wait. Here's another little story. Before I go, there's another little story. All right. So, I'm going to work one night. Getting off the highway, 287. All right. Going up and up. And then next thing I know, I see a police car backing across the highway. And then hits the guardrail. Next thing I see ahead of me is a police officer chasing the car. He didn't put it in park. So the guy pulled over. His police car just rolled off in the guardrail. But I passed. That's all I saw. And I drove by. There's stories I can tell. Driving at night at 10:30 at night on 287. Oh, I remember that. All right. Maybe stay tuned if I remember. Remember the hurricane we had? And half of 287 was with the flood and everything. Took out half the highway. But that's a different story back then. But the Route 81 was mines. It's a whole different thing. All right, I gotta get going. I just wanted to say that. So whoever's watching, hey, like I said, if a story's not told, no one will never know nothing about it. So, oh, it didn't record. I'll be right back. Yeah, see, I love this thing. It just repeats what you say at the recording. All right. I guess you had your fun and my fun. So, oh God, it really is hard. Why didn't you put the hat on? All right. Take care of yourselves. Keep it cool out there. Cherish everything in life. Thank you for watching. And Nick, please take care of yourselves. Don't get stupid with people. Well, I'm saying, little advice. Don't get stupid with people. Leave people alone. All right. Thank you all for watching. Keep it cool out there. Keep it cool out there. Keep it cool out there. Keep it cool. All right. I don't like to go that way. I like to wear my hat. Yes. Dale Jr. I get a new hat coming in. If they didn't screw up my order, I got a nail old school Dale Jr. hat. So, bye. Keep it cool.